Hello everyone. So the new patch 1.2 just came out like 26 minutes ago. I haven't watched it yet. I wanna react to it with you guys and talk about the changes. I'm not gonna watch it on Twitter, of course. I have it already open on YouTube because the quality on Twitter is so bad. So let's start. To lower the volume though. Okay. Vladimir change. A buff, obviously, a Vladimir buff. So basically what they're gonna do is, so for each other attacking ally, deal 1 to it and drain 1 from the enemy nexus. So this pretty much just increases your survivability. You prolong the game more and pretty much hope you can deal more damage throughout the game. Is this enough to bring Vladimir into the meta? I don't really think so, but I'll probably have to test it out first and see if it works out and if it's enough to bring him into the meta. Well, I haven't seen him in a long time being played, and he never gets played in tournaments. Let's continue. There has to be a Hecarim buff though. Shen buff. Shen is literally like, right. Okay. So they basically increased his attack damage by 1. I've seen allies gain very fast 4 times. Okay, so they basically increased his damage by 1. The thing with Shen is, like, he's an okay card, he's a good card, but you have a hard time finding good synergy for a good deck to play with him, and it's only a 2/5, so it's not an easy card to kill, but he doesn't like provide any threat to blocking him. Like, you can block him with something that's tanky and you have no threat to have your card killed, and at the same time you can just ignore even the Shen and take the next damage. It's only 2 damage, so 3 damage might actually make change, but I don't think it's enough. I don't feel like this would make Shen much more playable, especially with the current meta that there is a lot of burn aggro. Shen is usually a slower card, but we have to see. Hecarim buff, a 6/6. They actually made him a 6/6. Okay, so the thing with Hecarim, if I remember correctly, he used to be a 4/6. When leveled up, he's a 5/7. The issue with this is he's super tanky. It's so hard to take him out of the board. He adds so much pressure when he attacks, and on top of that, he has a freaking overwhelm. So even if you block him, you're still probably taking damage, and he summons 2 Spectral Riders to hit you in face. So if I'm not mistaken, if he's not flipped, he's a 4 or 5. When you level him up, he becomes a 6/6. So he increases by 2 damage and 1 health. I think it's a good change. Basically, you get more damage to the face, but at the same time, he doesn't have that same survivability that he had before. I think this is a good buff. It might bring him back into the meta. Standalone nerf. Oh my god, I hated this card. Like, I think OTK Fiora, I think this is the known name for it. It got so much popular, and basically wait till 3rd turn, play your Fiora, play your Standalone, basically have a 6/6 Fiora that's really hard to kill, or use it on Zed or whatever. All the time you had to outsmart your opponent to win the game, while your opponent's like, Herder, 3rd turn, play Zed, give Standalone, hit face. That's legit the gameplay. There is nothing to it, and keep your Zed alive. And there's so many cards to just keep your Zed alive, especially now we have also Unyielding Spirit, which makes it even harder. So now it's a 4-drop. Basically, you can't play it on the 3rd turn. You have to wait till the 4th turn to play this card. It still kind of does its job, but it gives the player more time to react to it or to have a counterplay against it. I like this change. This should have been done. This should have been done. Burn nerf. Boom Crew is at 1/3. Oh no 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 no. Oh no no. Burn aggro players are gonna be so mad. Legion rearguard is a 3-2, now 3-1. This is really good. You can take him out with almost a lot of cards that at early game, because most of the time you can take him out with a spider if you want to. Most of the time you just block him with a spider and you still have to take him out next turn. This takes him out. This is a really good shot. You can take him out with a Vile Feast. Boom Crew Rookie is now 1-3. The thing with Boom Crew Rookie, like, he's so oppressive, not because he deals 2 damage to your face. That's not the issue. The issue with Boom Crew Rookie is that he's a 1-4. If he attacks you the first time, in most cases, you can't kill him the first time. Even if you block him, you're gonna need something tanky, probably like Badger Bear or whatever. But most low mana cost units are less than 3 damage. So he survives the first block and he gets another attack to deal another 2 damage. I like this change. Now, the thing is, this doesn't mean, oh, Burn Aggro is done for. Burn Aggro won't be meta anymore. This just tunes in Burn Aggro a little bit, makes it a little bit weaker, but I think it's still a good deck to play. The thing is, I personally don't want Burn Aggro to die. I don't like it, but I don't want it to die. Because once it dies, you have a lot of late game decks, especially Karma Israel, which I hope there's a Karma nerf in this patch. Uh, Especially Karma Israel that will dominate the ladder. Burn Aggro puts a stop to Karma Israel. That's why you don't see a lot of Karma Israels, because there's a lot of Burn Aggros in the meta right now. Now, to be fair, in Masters I don't see a lot of Burn Aggros. Okay, let's continue this. New items in store. Wait, there is no Karma nerf? Come on. Oh, new. Wait a second. I don't see them all. Poro looks super cute. Draven looks cool. Elise looks so fucking hot. I don't like Israel. Teemo. There's a Teemo emote now. I'm pretty sure all the Teemo mains will be really happy about this. Wow, this looks super hot. Poro. Oh, I don't know why there isn't a Karma nerf. Is this all of it? Yeah. I kinda hoped they'd do something about Karma, cause it's really oppressive late game. There is no much counterplay when she flips. You can't really do much in most cases. Alright, so initially I just watched the video, but I found out that they actually released them on their website. At first when I checked there weren't any patch notes, and apparently there's more changes that aren't in the video. So let's go through them. Karma, which I was talking about just earlier, that there weren't anything about her. She actually got a nerf. She's now a 6 mana cost, but this doesn't really change anything. Like, I never play Karma on the 5th turn. I don't like it. You rarely play her on the 5th turn. You want to play her when you know you can keep her safe. So I don't think this does a lot of changes. It does maybe tweak your gameplay or forces you to waste more mana, but this kind of doesn't really do much. It kind of maybe forces you to use more mana and prohibits you from playing something like drawing more cards or playing something to defend her, but in most cases it doesn't change her gameplay. Shen, we talked about him. Apparently he's a 3-5 and when leveled up he's a 4-5. Vi got nerfed. Vi actually got nerfed. So the thing with Vi, she's really oppressive. In most cases when you drop her on board, like let's say my opponent drops Vi on board, I'm too scared to drop any of my units because he'll just take it out and I can't do anything about it. So I'd pass and my opponent would pass and I'd be losing a lot of mana for nothing. Just so I don't lose my unit. 4 health makes her killable easier. But is this nerf like too much? Maybe they should have made her a 3-4 instead. I think they should have made her a 3-4 instead. Because now I don't think she's gonna be played in Bannerman anymore. Weiheimer, she might still exist, yeah, but Bannerman, I don't think we're gonna see her in Bannerman. Honestly, in my opinion, I'd rather play Garen over her. Hikarim, we talked about him. Actually, he's a 5-5 when he's not dropped, and when he's leveled, he's a 6-6. Really good. I think he's gonna be seeing more gameplay. They actually buffed this. Uh, the thing is, when you play Remembrance and get this card, you feel really bad. It's you used 6 mana to get a 4-5, which doesn't uh, equate to the other units you get. 5-5 is really good with a scout. They nerfed Grizzled Ranger. Everyone was asking for a Grizzled Ranger nerf. It's a 3-1 now, which makes it not really too oppressing, and it's a good blocker. This is a good. Laurent got buffed by 1 to his health. It's a 3-2. But I don't think this makes a lot of change. It's still 4 mana, which is a lot. Oh, Badger Bear got nerfed. 3-4. I think it's deserved. Like, Badger Bear was really 4-4, really strong and really oppressive. I think 3-4 is good. This definitely hits Bannerman a little bit, makes their gameplay a little bit slower, but it's a good change. We talked about Standalone, we talked about Legion, Rearguard. Oh, they buffed Tavern Keeper. Now he's a 3-3, which is good. Like, you don't see a lot of Tavern Keeper. I've only seen him when Burn Aggro was really oppressive. Like, there were a lot of Burn Aggros, and some people were running this card just to have more survivability. Oh, Meditation got nerfed. Yeah, 2 cards for 2 mana was kinda annoying. Now it's 3 mana, which is good now. Rookie, we talked about him. Brood Awakening nerfed by 6 mana now. The thing is, with Brood Awakening, you play it for 5 mana. There's a chance you can buff your release. You get 3 blockers that can prolong the game if you're playing Corina. And if you're being an aggressive player, you have 6 damage on board to hit your opponent. This was a really good card. It's still good, but sometimes you won't be able to play it when needed. This needed a buff, honestly. I really hated it when with Fizz. 5-2 is kinda better. It's not like great, but it doesn't die easily like to Static Shock or something. Monkey Idol. Deal 2 to me and summon a powder. Is it bad that I didn't even know this card exists? I've never even played this card at all. I don't know anything about it. So I can't really comment. I don't know anything about it. Slotbot or Slotbot. Actually good buff. 1-4. This is good. The watch list. Unyielding Spirit has been among the more powerful bursts and effect. This card offers some unique challenges, as a quick number changes is more likely to just push card out of. Okay, so the thing with Unyielding Spirit is a lot of people will be like, oh, just play around it, or just ignore the unit and hit face, or your opponent is committing to 8 mana, so you have a chance to end the game. The thing is, it's not always like that, and then most of the time, it's not always like that. When your opponent is playing the Unyielding Spirit, they know they can defend or stabilize the game. What I want to see with Unyielding, like, there were suggestions to make it fast spell. I don't like that too much. I don't think that's kinda gonna solve anything. I think the best answer is to make it, let's say, you get Unyielding Spirit on your target, but it's either for, let's say, 4 rounds. I'm just giving an example here. Let's say 4 rounds and the Unyielding Spirit wears off. Or let's say you have to kill the target 4 times, for example. So let's say we give it to, I don't know, Garen. Let's say Garen takes 5 damage first time, second time, third time, fourth time he dies. Or it can be 3 times or 2 times. I'm just giving an example of the idea. It doesn't have to be, oh, 4 times you have to kill the Garen, or 4 rounds. It could be 3 rounds, it could be 2 times. I'm just giving the idea of how it works. I think this would make Unyielding Spirit a more healthy card, and at the same time, still a good card. And we might want to drop it to 7 mana if it's like 3 times. Built for good card stealing, or that can be frustrating. Yeah, stealing cards has been really annoying, especially if you're playing Fredgelord and you're buffing your cards in your deck and you get card stealing. And pretty much they steal from the top of your deck. So Fredgelord is pretty much completely countered. I think stealing cards from randomly from the deck is better than stealing from the top of the deck. Nexus damage and rising. Oh, has increased amount of the Nexus damage available for players. We've seen some problematic, potentially overloaded Nexus damage decks arise as a result, and have made some targeted adjustment in this patch, which is nerfing burn, aimed at making early damage more preventable. Access tuning is another. So they're talking about like a lot of decks right now are focusing on dealing damage to the Nexus, ending the game as fast as possible, which is pretty much burn aggro, is on the top of the list. So they're either making changes to prevent that, because obviously they seem that they don't like burn aggro playstyle. They want a game where players can be unique in their game, have time to have unique playstyle or creativity or gameplay decisions. When you're playing burn, you're just going face, and you might have like a few turn or two where you're being smart, but other than that, there's nothing really into it. So obviously Riot doesn't like that. Karma Azrael, we shared some thoughts on these two towards the end of beta, detailing some of our problems with their existing designs. We adjusted Karma in this patch. It just increased its cost by 1, it doesn't really do much. And Israel has seen a drop in win rate since the release of Rising Tides. The only reason he saw a drop in win rate is because of burn aggro. Like when you have Karma Israel in a tournament, in most cases it gets banned unless your opponent has a burn aggro deck. So at the moment we're at least they're monitoring it, and like they agree with the community that there's an issue with Karma Israel, and hopefully they find a solution. Rule text, okay. And emotes. Elise, like I said, looks super hot. Yeah, that's about it. These are obviously just my opinions. I might be wrong in some stuff. Share your opinions in the comment section. I'd love to read them and see your thoughts about the patch. This probably will take a little bit of time to upload since my internet sucks a lot. But yeah, have a great day. Take care and goodbye.